Each day, millions of children in this country suffer from the trauma of exclusion, poverty, depression, violence, and substance abuse, to name a few. To work through this trauma, they need safe spaces to share their stories. They need familiar spaces where they can find witnesses who show them that their lives matter by listening to their stories. But where will they find these spaces, and who will listen?
So I know you guys are going to do great. You need to have confidence in yourself. And Miss Rush is going to be in the back, so if you get nervous, you can just kind of look for her. And hey, you guys got it.
And I'll be right up there with you, adjusting your microphone stand, whatever you need. Just look at me if you need some comfort. But I'm so proud of y'all. I'm not going to cry. Miss Shawn and I are going to try not to cry today.
I'm not going to cry.
She's not.
I am.
But we love each and every one of you, and I know you feel that. And I know you love us too. And we thank you for being a part of our community. All right? So let's do this, all right?
My name is Ravon Jordan. I came to speak on behalf of Cambridge Arms. I feel as the lack of security and lack of care for the people that actually are paying their bills there to live there, that Cambridge Arms should be shut down. I don't feel like as a resident in an apartment complex you should be paying basically for your gravesite. You shouldn't be paying to be killed or murdered in your own house. You shouldn't be. It's just, that's not, when you move into a home, you don't expect to die. But it's such a high, well, I'm not even going to say high, but since I've known about Cambridge Arms, there have been 4 murders, all due to gun violence. And it's crazy that security, they'll notice you playing music. They'll notice people outside your house. They don't notice gunshots. They don't notice broken windows. They don't notice car alarms going off. It's just, it's very backwards in the mind, period. It's just common sense. If I heard gunshots go off first thing, I'm calling the police. If I heard music, okay, somebody's probably in the house, just cleaning up, probably taking a shower, just anything. But I feel like it was a great loss, not only for our family, but just other families in general who have had losses because of Cambridge Arms and the lack of security and the lack of thought of the people that pay their bills there and the people that have been living there. And I just wanted to say that I just think they should be shut down. It's no excuse for you to have as many problems in your apartment complex as that they have had, and you just change the name. Like my sister said, change the name is not going to change the violence at all. You can still put lipstick on a pig, but it's going to be a pig at the end of the day. Thank you. That's all I got to say.
Thank you very much.
Hey, my name is Zah, and today I want to show all of y'all that my life matters and all of y'all's do too by this song I'm making called Problems. Zah Flex. Blood dripping, tears living. Don't lose your life while you wanna be friends, now your head is spinning. Take me a love, I'll be whipping, ayy. Give me a trust, I hear you, ayy. Give me a trust, I hear you, ayy. Take me a love, I'll be whipping. People they killing, I'm feeling, I hear you. So we be so cutting, so we be so fresh, and I'm winning, and that's where I come in. My papa's at bars, they let me go to my top like bars. I go.
Amen.
Blood dripping, tears lifting. Don't lose your life while you wouldn't be friends, now your head is spinning. Give me a trust, I hear you, ayy. Take me a love, I'll be whipping, ayy. Take me a love, I'll be whipping, ayy. Give me a trust, I hear you. My problems at bars that let me go to Mars, I pull up like fire, like stars. I go.
Amen.
I go.
Amen.
Okay, listen, ayy. 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 Blood dripping, tears living. Don't lose your life while you wanna be friends, now your head is spinning. Give me a trust, I'll hear you, ayy. Take me a love, I'll be whipping, ayy. Take me a love, I'll be whipping, ayy. Give me a trust, I'll hear you. My problems at bars that let me go to Mars, I pull up like fire, like stars. I go.
Amen.
I go.
Amen.
I go.
Amen.
Okay. My promise at bars and let me go. That marks I pull up like fire, like stars. Okay. I go.
Amen.
Blood dripping, tears lifting. Blood dripping, tears lifting. Don't lose your life while you wanna be. Frank down head is spinning. I go.
Amen.
I go.
Amen.
Blood dripping, tears lifting. My name is Zamaria, and my life matters. Thank you.
Thank you, Zamarian. Thank you very much. AKA Zyflex. And you wanted to give a shout out. Give a shout out for your got a YouTube channel, this guy.
Sub to me on YouTube, Zamaria Williams.
All right. 11-year-old lyricist. I want to thank everybody for being here this morning. I do not want to say much because this is about the kids and their lives mattering and what they have to say. There are so many faces I see here that I want to thank personally for being here, special people in this community. It means so much for these kids, for you to be here. And so I want to thank you all for coming. I also want to just let you all know that this project has been sponsored and funded by Fayetteville Urban Ministries Find a Friend program, as well as UNC Chapel Hill's graduate certificate for participatory research. I'm grateful for the grant they have given us to work on this project. Many of you know I used to work at Fayetteville Urban Ministry. I was the director of the Find a Friend program at one point, and right when I got out of the Air Force, actually, even before that, I ran the mentoring program. And of course, I worked for Johnny Wilson for a time as his director of operations and programs. But now, I'm a full-time student. Hello, Mr. Mayor, good to see you. I'm a full-time student at UNC Chapel Hill, pursuing my PhD in communication. And this is why I do what I do. This is why I do the late nights and the studying, etc. And so when I came to Shauna Hopkins, one of my friends, and she's a big sister and a little sister, depending on the time, and great advisors, as my community expert, I said, Shauna, I've got this great idea. It's called Trauma-Informed Performance-Based Intervention for Youth, addressing the school-to-prison pipeline. Right? Shauna laughed like you're laughing. She said, Sonny, it's too complicated. You're doing a lot. It comes down to the fact that each kid's life matters. And if we can get to the point where we let our kids know that their lives matter, then so many social ills will be handled. And I've seen Shauna for over 16 years do what she does and do what Johnny does and what Find a Friend does with youth. Find a Friend's been here for over 30 years serving this community. And I realized that Find a Friend creates a safe space, not to empower our youth, not to give them a voice, because they already have power and they already have voices. But Find a Friend and organizations like it create a safe space where youth can use their power and their voices are heard. So the most important thing that you all can do today is listen to the voices of our young people. Listen and love them. The video you just saw was Ravon Jordan. I never got to meet Ravon, but his legacy lives on. His life continues to matter. You'll meet his mother, Felicia, a little bit later on. But Ravon was an example to us, an inspiration to the young people and the staff here and volunteers. He stood up as a 19-year-old young man and stood before the city council. Some of us adults would be too afraid to do that. And he told them what he thought about violence in his streets and how he wanted to make a difference. And he inspired this short poem I'm going to share with you. I believe in you, and I believe in me. I believe that our words have the power to set people free. I believe that our words and the things that we say can change them, those, and they to us, these, and we. For you see, when we use our words responsibly, they have the power to teach, build, and even heal. See, the words that we say put wings on everything that you can think, dream, or feel. So man, woman, boy, and girl, never forget that your words can change the world. And that's what these young people have been learning over the last 6 weeks of Find a Friend's Summer Achievement Camp. I've been doing weekly self-expression workshops with them, and what has come out of them is amazing. I came with my ideas and my thoughts, and they've been writing raps and poems that came from them. And I was like, cool, let's put it on. And so we're going to do two things today. We're going to love them, we're going to respect them. And we'll do that by a little bit of call and response. I tell stories in the African and African-American tradition. So when you hear the word ago, that's a Ghanaian word from the Twi language. Ago means, may I have your ears? Will you listen to me? Will you be part of my community? Your response is, I may. It says, yes, I will be part of your community. And we also say, I hear you. After someone speaks, we say, I hear you. You can get snaps or claps, but when we say, I hear you, the kids know it doesn't mean I agree, doesn't mean that I necessarily understand where you're coming from, but I love you and respect you enough to stay in your space and to make this a safe space for you to be heard. Because when your life matters, my life matters. With no further ado, let us open our ears and let us, matter of fact, Amaya Davis, will you come over here? Amaya is one of our storytellers. I worked with the younger kids on storytelling, and the older kids we did poetry, rap, etc. So one thing we always did before we told a story was make sure that our community was ready. And so Amaya, will you make sure the community is ready?
Ago. Amen. Ago. Amen. Ago means getting love and respect.
You think they're ready? Did they give you a good Amen? All right, so you have Amaya's seal of approval. Everybody, I hear you, Amaya.
I hear you,
Hello everyone, my name is Diamond and my life matters, and today I'll be reading an original poem called My Heart. By the color of my skin, by the love of my heart, no matter what people say, I'll know I make a mark. When I stop and look around, I see tears and shattered hearts. And it makes me wonder why life has to be so hard. So I say, let the world shine and laughter and joy. And that's why my life matters.
I hear you.
Hi, my name is Estrella Manuel, and I'm going to be doing the poem by Deshaun. He couldn't make it here, but our life matters. Life is pain, leaving me like a stain on the carpet. May as well put me in a tar pit. I'm tired of all the nightmares, all the laughs and the glares behind my back. The stack of life is against me. Why won't you see me in my pain? The stain I feel is like a windpipe. It's like a steel knife in my windpipe. But still gotta fight to make it through the night. Is this the end, or is it? Blink once, you just might miss it. I'm now gonna end it. Send it back now. Get the stack back.
I hear you.
Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing today? That's good. My name is Jaheem, and my life matters. And this morning, I wanted to share this poem that I wrote called "The Moment I Knew." But I didn't know my life mattered. I didn't want to live because I was depressed at the time, and I locked myself in my room, and I considered suicide. When I knew my life mattered is when I see my grandmother cry. That's when I knew without me, her life changes, and that's why it matters that I'm alive. And thank you, everyone.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. My name is Justin Rodriguez. My life matters, and I'm going to be doing an original piece called I Love Music. I love music. Music loves me. You know how I know? As I sit, it dances around me. As it plays, I dance around it. Music shows emotion. It shows love, anger, excitement, depression, happiness. But music doesn't show one thing, itself. Music has no feet, but you feel the thundering of the beat. Music has no hands, but it touches you in a warm embrace. Music has no mouth, but you hear its creative, bountiful words. Music can change people, music can hurt people, maybe even soothe people. I love music because it has saved me. And now I'm going to sing a song that has saved me. What would I do without your small mouth? Drawing me in and you kicking me out. You got my head spinning, no kidding, I can't pin you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? I'm on your magical mystery ride, and I'm so dizzy, don't know what hit me, but I'll be alright. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind, 'cause all of me loves of your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. Oh, thank you.
Like I said, with the younger kids, we did a lot of storytelling. So I told them several stories, and I asked them what was their favorite story, and this was their favorite story. And they decided they wanted to act it out. So I'll be the storyteller, and in true storytelling tradition, I will say, Ago! Amen. Ago! Amen. Thank you. This is a story of the eagles who thought they were chickens. Y'all heard this one before, okay. Once, in a land very far, far away, there was a beautiful queen. She was strong, and she was beautiful, and she was just and fair, and she reigned over a beautiful land. And at her right hand every morning stood a great, beautiful eagle. And that great eagle would soar through the sky. And as this great eagle soared through the sky, everyone would look up and say, ooh, ah. They would say, ooh. And they would say, ah. Because the great eagle reminded them of the greatness that was within each and every one of them, not just in some of them, but in every one. Well, one day, a great captain came to the land. And the great captain looked around and she saw that this was a beautiful land with a beautiful queen and a beautiful eagle and beautiful people. But she got a little greedy, and she decided she wanted to take it all, so she captured the queen. She captured the eagle and clipped her wings and threw her into a cage. Then she and her first shipmate grabbed all of the people, and they locked them into chains, and they put them into the bottom of a ship. They stacked them, one on top of the other, like boxes, not like people, but like boxes, one on top of the other. Finally, when they made it to the new land, the first shipmate came to the captain to report. And the first shipmate said,
Captain, I have some good news and some bad news. Tell me the bad news first. The bird died. Tell me the good news. They ate 3 eggs. Put them into the chicken.
So they took the 3 eggs, the eagle eggs, and they threw them into the chicken coop. Well, after a few days, don't you know those big, funny-looking eagle eggs started to hatch. A beak came out, some talons came out, some funny-looking big wings came out the side, and those chickens saw that and they didn't understand it. They said, oh, what's this? Oh, this looks like some dumb chickens. No, it looks like ugly chickens. No, they're dumb, ugly chickens. And so, like we oftentimes do when we don't understand things, we make fun. So they pointed their fingers and they fluttered around. Make them fun. You're dumb, ugly chickens. Dumb, ugly chickens. Well, don't you know those baby eagles grew up thinking they were dumb, ugly chickens? And where eagles normally look up to the sky, these eagles always look down and pecked at the ground like chickens. Well, one day, that great captain went back to this beautiful land, and she found another great and beautiful and mighty queen. And that queen was fair and just, and she ruled over a beautiful people and a beautiful land. And at the right hand of that queen was a great eagle. You don't know this story. A great eagle. And every morning that great eagle would spread his wings and he would soar across the sky. And as he would soar, the people would say, ooh. And they would say, ah. Yes. And so they were reminded of the greatness that was within each and every one of them, not just in some of them, but within each and every one. But you know, the great captain came and he saw that queen, and he saw that eagle, and he wanted it all. She wanted it all for herself. So she captured the queen. She captured the eagle, clipped his wings, threw him into the cage, into the bottom of the ship, and they took all of the people and they put chains on them and put them into the bottom of the ship, and they stacked them one on top of the other, like boxes, not like people, but like boxes. They stacked them one on top of the other, and after the long, long journey, they made it to the new land. People were tired. Some people didn't make it. But the first shipmate came to the captain with a report.
Captain, I have some good news and some bad news. Tell me the bad news first. I lost the Pokemon. Tell me the good news. The great eagle is still alive.
So the captain said, ha 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 ha, throw him in with the chickens.
Throw me with the chicken.
And so they threw the great eagle into the chicken coop, and he fell head over heels into the chicken coop into the dust. He was weak and tired from this long journey. His wings were clipped, but he tried to find some strength, and he got up onto his feet, and he started to flap his wings, but he fell right back down to the ground, and the chickens saw something they didn't understand, something they were afraid of. So they pointed their wings, and they made fun. Ha ha ha! Look at this dumb ugly chicken. Oh, yeah, you're a dumb ugly. Yeah, you're ugly. Yeah, you're a dumb ugly chicken. And so they made fun of him, and he stood up with the last bit of strength that he had, and he faced all of them, and he said,
I'm not dumb, I'm not ugly, and I'm not a chicken.
They never had a dumb ugly chicken talk back to them like this before. They got scared. They went and they got the roosters. And the roosters were headed by the one and only El Gallo. He ran this whole chicken coop, bro. Oh yeah! You know all the chicken. I hear you talking to my chickens here, man. You messing up my flow, bro. You're killing my vibe, man. Let me tell you what. You remember this. You dumb, you ugly, and bro, you definitely a chicken. To this, the great eagle spread his chest and his wings as best he could and stood as tall as he could with the last bit of strength that he had, and he said,
I'm not dumb, I'm not ugly, and I'm not a chicken.
And Gallo was afraid. The chickens were afraid. So they decided to get around the great eagle and peck and claw and push him down to the ground until he couldn't fight back anymore. When they all backed away and the dust had settled, the great eagle lay broken, his wings clipped, his body tired, beaten and clawed on the floor of the chicken coop. Each day they would make fun of him and laugh. One day the baby eaglets came up to him and they said, you haven't left yet. I say, hey man, we want to say, I don't know what you are, but would you please just like chill because you're messing stuff up for us, and like we're gonna get in trouble if you keep talking. You're not dumb, you're not ugly. We're dumb ugly chickens, okay? Like you're really doing the most, okay? To which he muttered in his tired breath,
Brothers, sisters, do you know we are eagles?
Eagles, they said, what's an eagle? And they ran away. Well, a few days later, everybody came out to the chicken coop and the great eagle was gone. They looked all around for him. Look out, where's that dumb ugly chicken? Look out, where is he? Where is he? One of the chickens looked up and saw the great eagle standing on top of the fence. And that chicken said to that great eagle, hey, you dumb ugly chicken.
Hey, you dumb ugly chicken.
Everybody knows chickens can't fly.
Everybody knows chickens can't fly.
Come on now, man. To which the great eagle replied as he spread his beautiful wings that had now grown back.
I'm not dumb, I'm not ugly, and I'm not a chicken.
And he started to beat his wings against the air, and they kind of hurt because he hadn't used them before, and he felt some soreness and some burning, but as he beat the wings, his body started to rise above the fence, above the chicken coop, above the barn, above the apple trees, and into the cloud, and he was flying! He looked back down to the little baby eagles and he said,
Come on, we are eagles.
and so one of the little baby eagles looked up. She didn't even think about it. She started flapping those wings, and before you knew it, she was gone, and she soared to the sky, and everybody said, ooh, and ah. And one other eagle said, I think I can do this. I don't think I'm a dumb, ugly chicken. And she started to clap her wings a little bit. She tried to do it stylish at first, you know. And then all of a sudden, she spread them out, and she was flying. Everybody said, ooh, and ah. I think we're eagles. I think we're eagles, they said. But then they looked down at the final baby eagle, and she kept looking down at the ground. And they said to her, come, sister, come.
Sister,
Don't you know we're eagles?
don't you know we're eagles?
And she looked down at the ground and said, no, I'm a dumb, ugly chicken. And everybody knows chickens can't fly. So the great eagle came down and landed near her, and he helped her to stand up. And he told her, sister, if you are afraid, I can encourage you.
If you are afraid, I can encourage you.
If you don't know how to fly, I can show you.
If you don't know how to fly, I can show you.
But if you don't want to,
If you don't want to,
I can't make you fly.
I can't make you fly.
And when she thought about this, she started to smile. And she spread one wing, and then the other wing, and she started to flap those things, and don't you know, she rose over the fence, she rose over the chicken coop, she rose over the barn, over the apple tree, and into the clouds! And everybody looked at her and said, ooh! And they said, ah! They said, ooh! And they said, ah! And they were reminded of the greatness that was within each and every one of them, not just some of them, but every one. And that is the story of the eagles who thought they were chickens!
Hi, my name is Destiny, and my life matters.
Hi, my name is Asia, and my life matters.
Hi, my name is Taney Miller, and my life matters. And today we will be singing In the Life That We're Living. In this life that we're living, there's something we need. Keep your eyes on the prize, but don't forget to breathe. In the song that we're singing, when words out of place, we say what we want, but that's not the case. Never ever be ordinary, that's what they say.
How can we be extraordinary without this noise in the way?
So we stand up tall and share that fear that we bear. How can we be strong as ourselves, while it's guilt in the way? In this life that we're living, there's something we need. Keep your eyes on the prize, but don't forget to breathe. In the song that we're singing, when words out of place, we say what we know, but that's not the case. Take your arms and stretch them out and see how far they reach. Now your friends are your ocean,
And your love is the beach.
in the life that we're living, there's something we need. Keep your eyes on the prize, but don't forget to breathe. In the song that we're singing, the words out of place, we say what we know, but that's not the case.
I hear you.
My name is Shania. I matter, and I'm going to read an original story called The Dancer. One day, there was a girl who wanted to be a dancer. She loved to dance every time she had a chance, but her parents thought her dream to become a dancer was stupid. All they wanted her to do was work to take over the family business. But every time she had a break, she would sneak away to practice her dancing without her parents knowing. After years of practicing, she finally had her chance to show off how well she could dance. She danced in front of a crowd that was wild, and they loved her style. Now that she's older, she feels a lot bolder and dances whenever she pleases. And the moral of the story is always follow your dreams no matter what.
Our second graders through our sixth graders, and seventh graders through 12th graders. And with the little ones, like I said, we did storytelling. But I said, you can all tell a story. And I believe all of them had a chance to tell a story. The first storyteller was a little 8-year-old named Alicia. And I said, you can all tell a story, but your story has to have a moral. And the morals, the messages that they brought across from all of their stories, whether they were fables that we've all known or things that they made up, were powerful. And the kids were getting it. They were teaching each other in community. So let's continue to hear the morals of these stories.
My name is Liliana. My life matters. This is the original poem I wrote called Power. Blacks and whites always starts to fight. Altogether, joy starts to fade away, and people start to think about the Martin Luther days. Things like boycott, segregation, blacks in the back, whites in the front. Just by saying that puts hurt in my heart. Everyone's lives matter. The past is in the past and we can't change that. But we have the power to look to the future and hope for a new day. What is your power?
My name is Capria Hunter, and my life matters. I'll be saying a poem that I wrote called They versus We. We just try to blend in with they. We try not to upset they. We try not to get in they's way. We try to shield ourselves from getting hurt, but sometimes what we do isn't good enough, and sometimes we mess up. But still, they don't think we'll make it far in life. They think we are dumb, they look down upon we, they think they're superior to we, and we're just a clog in their perfect machine. They think we steal, do drugs, and kill. But still, they take our culture, take our clothes, and it's funny they want to take our souls, but we cannot keep up with their goals, so we keep our mouths closed. I just can't stress how scared we feel in this world, how unprotected we feel in this world. They who are supposed to protect us, but they just protect they, and we have to protect we by ourselves. They say it takes a village to raise a child, but instead we feel like it's corrupting our children. They shoot up schools, movie theaters, and rape women. They kill our wees, and they basically get a smack on the hand. They with the gun is a patriot, we with the gun is a thug. We just go to school, to work, to the store, or just walk down the street and get shot down, no questions asked. We are born original, but they set out to see us as copies. Cookie cutter people in their eyes, planting weeds like we're all the same with the same treatment. We are dead before we even get that child. We are tired of seeing our little wees and our big wees being shot and killed for unnecessary reasons. We are tired of not being good enough today and be bullied by they. We are tired of waiting for they to stop listening to our pleas concerning our fellow wees. We are tired of looking on the news and seeing our fellow wees talk about their dead weed or their conscience weed. We are tired of having a talk with our little wees about safety in the streets. I am tired of hearing they versus we. What about they and we, or they with we? They supporting we, or we supporting they? We are born mourning about already lost souls that are sold today, or lost lives we can't even touch because they have it in the palm of their hands. But every time we try to confront another problem, it seems to make matters worse. Just when we think it's getting better, they and we go and mess it up. They say we are free, but do we really believe that? Do we really think we are free in this world? When all we see is hatred in their eyes. They say we are free, and that just might be, but not as long as they keep fighting with we.
I told him about parallelism and other rhetorical and dramatic elements that we use in poetry, etc. Even in his standing up before the city council, he was artful. He was creative in his self-expression. And he's inspired these young people and so many more to stand up and speak life to their situations, to hold on to hope, because somebody will listen. And I want to call up right now someone who I've been labeling for the last couple of days, the mother of the movement. This is Felicia Jordan, Ravon's mother, who has told me that Ravon continues to speak to her. And she reminded me yesterday, we don't say his life mattered, but his life matters. As you can see, this whole event was inspired, this theme, what we're doing was inspired by him, and it will continue to inspire others. Not to point fingers, not to politicize, not to race bait, but to say there are problems in our community. There are marginalized children whose voices are not being heard. And we need to listen, but we also need to encourage them to speak so we can all learn and be better together. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the founder of Silence by Violence, the mother of the movement, as I say, and the mother and legacy bearer of Ravon Jordan, Felicia Jordan.
Good morning. I am Felicia Jordan. My life matters. This morning, I'm going to read, well, let me introduce my son. This is Ravon Jordan. This is a picture of Ravon. And after death, his life still matters. I'm going to read an original poem that was written for him in honor of him. With you, many days have come and gone since I left your side. Many days I've seen your pain and I've seen you cry. I try to let you feel me and know that I am there by sending little messages so that you know I'm near. I'm the force that you feel when you're tired and want to quit. I'm the traffic light that stays on red to slow you down a bit. I'm the muscles that move your hand and places on your hip when my brothers are being themselves and making you have a fit. I'm the person in the neighborhood that shares a smile when you pass by. I am the gray and fluffy white clouds that sometimes grace the sky. I am all these things and many more that God has allowed me to be because He is pleased with the job you did in being a mother to me. He said that He knows that you're hurting and that you don't understand, but He promises that in time, He'll ease your pain like only He can. Until then, rest assured that we will never be apart. You'll feel me with you every day. because I'm beating in your heart.
Hi, hello everyone. I am Kalia Hunter. I am a graduate of Fayetteville State University. I graduated from the Find a Friend program. I want to say when I was in the 10th grade. I started when I was in the 9th, and I'm a proud alumni.
My name is Tamia Nobles. I am also a Fayetteville State University student. I graduated Find a Friend
You keep coming
some
back.
time ago.
They're both, by the way, interning and working with us this summer and have been for the past couple of years.
And today we want to introduce someone near and dear to our hearts, our go-to gal, our mentor.
Someone that always tells us our life matters, even when sometimes we feel like it doesn't. Miss Shauna Hopkins.
So anyone who knows me knows I don't like to cry, so they got me today. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for coming out. Find a Friend does my name is Shauna Hopkins. I'm the Find a Friend coordinator of Fayetteville Urban Ministry and My Life Matters. Find a Friend is a program that's a second home to a lot of children. It's important that we teach our youth that they do matter. We're so busy with our day-to-day lives, trying to pay bills, talking about politics, just mundane issues that sometimes we get inundated with, and we forget about these guys. Kids are our best natural resources, and we don't start feeding into them, we don't start saving them, we won't have a future. So a part of this project is to let the world know that not Black lives matter, not all lives matter, but each life matters. Their life matters and they're important. And we need to start listening to our young folks. I'm so proud of the children. We work with almost 200 kids a year, so this is just a very small pool and just a small taste of what goes on here at Find a Friend. I invite you all to come back to the school year. We do after school workshops with them. We do mentoring with them, one-on-one mentoring. So I invite you guys to always come back, come see us. But what I challenge all of you to do is to look into your neighborhoods, your churches, your own families, and listen to the young people. Ask them how they feel, what's going on in their hearts, because their life does matter. So with that being said, I would like to say a couple of thank yous. First of all, if I have any board members or advisory boards, could you guys just kind of stand up? And I would like to thank you guys for always supporting us. Any of the Fayetteville Urban Ministry staff, if you're here this morning, could you kind of stand up? I would like to call my staff of the Find a Friend staff. Woo! It's funny because a lot of people think Find a Friend is this great big machine, but this is it. This is it. This is Miss Russia Alitabiagas. Our very own Mr. Mark. Without these guys, we couldn't do anything. I mean, they really are. They take care of me. They take care of the kids. And I appreciate you guys. But now I'd like to call the kids up and take a bow. I hear you.
Council, I had the privilege probably about a month and a half ago to visit one of our facilities. It's the old Lions Club over on Rowan Street, West Rowan Street, right butts to the park. And housed in the old Lions Club that is a city facility is a program called Find a Friend. And visited a couple of my old buddies over there, Shauna Hopkins and Sonny Kelly, who do such a great job with some of our youth. So I've asked them to bring this remarkable trio to the City Council to do a small performance. Won't take but a minute. Mr. Kelly, if you would come on up.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, council members. I'm a volunteer, a veteran, and also a student at UNC Chapel Hill pursuing my PhD. And what I'm studying is the school-to-prison pipeline. How do we keep our kids safe and humanize our kids and keep them out of that pipeline? And so I got with Shauna Hopkins, the coordinator of Fayetteville Urban Ministries' Find a Friend program this year, and asked if I could do some research and work with the youth. Well, what happened was astonishing. We had 14 kids come out and blossom and shine in ways I never could have expected. And here are a few today that we're going to show, and I wanted to ask Ms. Shauna Hopkins, who is the creator of the My Life Matters project. It was her idea, and that's what we've called the project. Ms. Shauna Hopkins, please come up and introduce these young ladies.
Hello. One of the things that we do at Find a Friend is just try to empower the kids to love themselves, be dutiful citizens, and just be all around good people. And you know, you hear a lot of things about the Black Lives Matter movement, our lives, blue lives, and all of it's important. But the one thing that I've been focusing on with our children is My Life Matters, because a lot of our kids don't know that they matter, how they feel, what they think, that they should value themselves. So what we try to do at Find a Friend is give them a chance to learn how to value themselves, because what they do, who they are, how they impact our community matters, and it's up to us to give them a chance to have a voice to say that. And one of my prior youth, Ravon Jordan, who came here about a year or so ago, 2 years ago, who spoke before you guys, was tragically gunned down shortly after he spoke with you all. And he was a graduate of the Find a Friend program. And so it's kind of coming full circle today that we have our girls here who are going to speak about or perform a song that makes them feel like they matter. So, well, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. So ladies, if you can come on up and introduce yourselves, please.
Don't be nervous, it's all right.
Introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Trini Miller.
Hi, my name is Asia Broughton.
Hi, my name is Dusty Miller.
And My Life Matters.
Today we'll be singing In the Life That We're Living.
3, 2, 1.
In this life that we're living, there's something we need. Keep your eyes on the prize, but don't forget to breathe. And the song that we're singing was at a place. We say what we know, but that's not the case.
Never ever be ordinary. That's what they say.
How can we be extraordinary without this noise in the way?
So we stand up tall and shed that fear that we live. How can we be strong as ourselves while there's guilt in the way?
In this life that we're living, there's something we need. Keep your eyes on the prize, but don't forget to breathe. And the song that we're singing was at a place. We say what we know, but that's not the case.
Take your arms and stretch them out and see how far they reach.
Now your friends are your ocean, and your love is the beach. When the world says jump,
Don't ask why. Instead, ask how high. In this life that we're living, with something we need. Keep your eyes on the prize, but don't forget to breathe. And the song that we're singing, with words out of place. We say what we know, but that's not the case. Thank you.
Girls, y'all are not done yet. Hang on just a minute. Because I know this city council is very concerned with what your future might be. So why don't you tell each of us where you are in school, what grade you're in, and then what you're going to do after school, what you want to do when you grow up, when you're old like us.
My name is Destiny, and I am in the sixth grade. I go to Island Drive Middle School, and when I grow up, I want to be a singer and a fashion designer.
Hi, my name is Trini Miller. I attend to Island Drive Middle School. I'm in the 6th grade, and when I grow up, I want to be a successful lawyer.
Hi, my name is Asia Broughton, and I go to Ben Martin Elementary School. I'm in the 5th grade, and when I grow up, I want to be a veterinarian.
Thank you again, girls.